Glory to the man who combines compassion with courage, whose personality and speech radiate nobility of character, a man of few words and full of action, unshakable in his beliefs and faith, whose silence is like a blooming flower. Such a man is Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, popularly known as Badshah Khan. Badshah Khan has all along been in the forefront of our struggle for freedom. His fiery patriotism and gentle behavior baffled the British government. A dedicated follower of Gandhiji, he remained true to the principles of truth and non-violence. Gandhiji called him a man of God. The countrymen adore him as Frontier Gandhi, and his own people, the Pakhtuns, reverently call him Badshah Khan. Badshah Khan's life is a saga of relentless struggle against the tyranny and oppression let loose by British authorities. Even today, he refuses to compromise with repression and injustice.
ऐसे जिस तरह पाकिस्तान में पंजाब है, पाकिस्तान में सिंध है, पाकिस्तान में बलूचिस्तान है, ऐसा नहीं.
The great patriot, a devotee of truth and non-violence, Badshah Khan came to India on the occasion of Gandhi's centenary as the chief guest on the invitation of the Gandhi Smarak Nidhi. He was welcomed by Srimati Indira Gandhi on behalf of the country and by Sri Jayaprakash Narayan on behalf of Gandhi Smarak Nidhi. Replying to the address of welcome, Badshah Khan said, "I come to you with a purpose. It is to remind you of the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi."
महात्मा गांधी ने जो सबक दिया था उसकी याद दिलाने के लिए आया.
Badshah Khan was born in village Utmanzai of Peshawar district in 1890. He had his primary education in the village itself. Then he joined the municipal high school at Peshawar. For higher education, he was enrolled in the Edward Church Mission High School. During that period, he had a servant called Barni Kaka. With the Aryan blood pulsating through their veins, the Pathans of the Pakhtuns are imbued with a dauntless courage and a great fighting spirit. They have a natural inclination to join the army. Impressed by the glamour of the army and persuaded by Barni Kaka, Badshah Khan, without consulting his parents, sent an application to the Commander-in-Chief of India seeking direct commission in the army. He was enrolled for commission. Meanwhile, he went to see an army officer who was his friend, where he saw an English officer behaving very rudely. Badshah Khan developed aversion towards the service. Badshah Khan's elder brother was Khan Sahab. He was studying medicine in England. Badshah Khan persuaded him to secure his release from the army. Never again did he think of taking up a job. Instead, he dedicated himself to the service of the people and the country. This obviously led to a direct confrontation with British imperialism. Badshah Khan made up his mind to brave the ordeal. In 1929, in pursuance of his objectives, he set up an organization of his brave Pakhtuns, Khudai Khidmatgar, a band of dedicated volunteers devoted to the path of truth and non-violence, became the vanguard in the fight for national emancipation. Their weapons, non-cooperation, and the civil disobedience movement. The British authorities went wild and decided once for all to crush the Khudai Khidmatgars. It was not an easy task to challenge such a powerful government. The Khudai Khidmatgars tried to seek the cooperation of the Muslim League, but the Muslim League refused any cooperation. Then Badshah Khan turned to the Indian National Congress for support. The Congress Party was already engaged in a grim struggle against the British Raj to secure independence. Badshah Khan says, the Congress leaders said, our common objective is to win freedom for the country. Your enemy is our enemy. Thus Badshah Khan and his band of dedicated volunteers plunged into the fight for freedom along with the Congress party. During the Calcutta Congress of 1928, while Gandhiji was addressing the session, a self-styled young revolutionary stood up and shouted, Gandhiji, you are a coward. Badshah Khan was stunned. But Gandhiji maintained his cool. He made no comments, but kept smiling. Badshah Khan was deeply impressed by the serene and gentle behavior of Mahatma Gandhi. He came closer to Gandhiji. Badshah Khan steered his brave and dauntless Pakhtuns to the path of truth and non-violence shown by Gandhiji. Thus, he came to be known as Frontier Gandhi. Throughout his life, Badshah Khan kept fighting the British oppression, exploitation and injustice. He suffered long terms of imprisonment, but this ardent devotee of non-violence braved it all like a true satyagrahi. He did not flinch from the chosen path. Badshah Khan is now 92. Most of the time, he spent behind bars. While on a visit to India, he went to Paunar and met Acharya Vinoba Bhave. He said, the people of India are poor. They are a good people, but there is no one to show them the right path. Hearing about the communal riots in Ahmedabad during those days, he was much pained. He said with a heavy heart, in the name of religion, people are attacked, homes are looted, houses burnt. The religion of God is love. Real religion is service of humanity. During the same visit, he received the 1967 Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Award for International Understanding. Presenting the award, the former President B.V. Giri said,
privilege to confer on Brigadier Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan the Jawaharlal Nehru Award for International Understanding for the year 1967. We felt it would be most appropriate to give the award in the Gandhi centenary year to the man whose life and work truly reflected Mahatma's universalism, quest for truth, peace and amity.
Badshah Khan was also accorded a civic reception at the Ram Leela grounds in Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, Badshah Khan said, to solve the problems of this country, honest, sincere and selfless people are needed. They should go from village to village and city to city with the determination and will to educate the masses.
गांव-गांव, शहरों जाएं और वहां पर लोग जो हैं उनको समझाएं। ये तमाम चीजें जो हैं उनके समझाने से मिल सकती।
सर्व की तरह बारों
In majesty stands the tall fir tree, its thick foliage bowing down to provide shade to the weary. He alone enjoys perfect bliss, whose heart throbs with hopes and aspirations of the vast multitude.